Hey guys, today I'm going to be changing out the throttle cable assembly on my 2002 Nissan Xterra. I was driving home the other night and the throttle decided it wanted to stick all the way to the ground, and that was not a fun trip home, but luckily I got it home and figured out what the problem was. Let me see, actually I'll bring the camera around and show you guys removing the old throttle cable, and then after we get it removed I'll show you what the problem was. But basically what was happening was the throttle frayed and it was getting stuck inside of the cable, causing this to stay all the way open. Yeah, it was basically causing the throttle body to stay all the way open and keeping it revved all the way. So ordered a new throttle cable. I actually got it from in-state, so it only took a couple days to get here, luckily, so I wasn't out of a car for that long. But so I will show you how to remove the old one and how to put the new one in. So what you're going to do to start out with is get a 10mm socket, and you're going to look down here right behind the intake manifold, right up against the firewall, and you're going to take the two bolts out right in here. The one on the towards the passenger side is a little bit harder to get out, but I ended up getting it out. But the one on the driver's side is pretty easy if you have an extension. So I already took those out just because I was trying to figure out exactly what the problem was. So those are already out. They look like these. Don't lose them. So yeah, once you take those out, you're going to get a 14 millimeter open-ended wrench. I figured that was the easiest. And you just want to pop those out. Once again, these are already loosened for me. So yeah, let me see if I can get a better. Okay, that's about perfect. All right. Found it easier if you open up the throttle body by hand. Peel this wire out very carefully. Mine had barbs sticking out of it, so don't poke yourself with those because you will bleed. And sometimes it's easier if you get a screwdriver just to kind of push this out. It's kind of a pushing and pulling motion. Sometimes pliers will help too. Let me see if I can get this out with some pliers. Yep. Alright. Let's go ahead and set that back down. And we're going to go into the cab and I'll show you how to remove this side from the pedal. Alright guys, we are underneath the dashboard right now, and we are up against the firewall, and if you look, it's going to be kind of hard to get a camera view on that. Let's see, there we go. Alright, so if you look, you can see right there where the top of the throttle is pulling. You can see it pulls right onto a piece of wire right there. And as you can see, mine is stuck just because I pulled the throttle ball out all the way down. But when I had it, this was stuck all the way out, and right now that is, if it were to be still connected to the throttle body would be open. So what you're going to do is, it's hard for me to explain it. There's going to be a C plastic washer. It's going to look like the letter C. You're going to pull that off, and then the throttle cable and then the two little washers that are on top of that are going to be pushed up and out, because let me see if I can get it real quick with some light still in there. That might work. All right. So all right. And let's see. Actually, just kidding. It doesn't push out. It pushes in towards you first, and then it comes up and off the top. Okay, so now that you have it disconnected from the actual from the pedal, you're just going to want to pull, and don't worry, it'll pull all the way out and it'll pull right through the firewall. So basically what I was trying to show y'all was these three pieces right here are all connected to the pedal. This piece was the piece that gets pushed into the little indent in the pedal. So the pedal sits like this. Let's see if I can get it. The pedal's got a little fork that sits like this. What you had to do was push this white piece out first and then slide it up. And it slides out and then you can pull it through the firewall. So basically what it was doing was this all got frayed up somehow, some way. I have no idea why. It was a lot worse than what it looks like right now. I tried to get some wire cutters and just cut these wires down just a little bit so it wasn't as frayed and it wouldn't get caught on the inside of this. But and then I was gonna put it back in and see if I could run it, but it was not. It had to. I think it's frayed somewhere else on the inside as well because it wasn't only that part, but that was getting frayed and getting stuck. I think it might be farther up in here. There's not another part that's frayed or somewhere in here that I can't see. So I just ordered a new part. It was $24 shipped to the house. A lot better. And I got it on eBay. It was a lot better than getting it on Courtesy Nissan because that was like $80 or $60-something for it. Some on eBay were $80. This one just happened to be $24 and it was in state, so that showed up 2 days later. So what I'm going to do is unbox this real quick. I'll show you what I got. And this is an OEM part and brand new. There was some used ones that I was looking at, but I figured it's just going to go out again if I don't get a new one. So yeah, this is the brand new part, and it pulls very freely on the inside, so that's perfect. Mine does not do that. The old one that I had does not do that. So I'm going to show you how to replace it and get you guys back on the road. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull as much cable as I can out through the back end, and I'm going to stick it right through that firewall. There's a little bit of cotton in the way, just for insulation, I guess. And then there's a rubber grommet on the other side. What you want to do is take some pliers. It's going to be hard for me to get the camera up there again, but just take some pliers and you'll see the little piece coming out, and you're just going to want to pull. You're going to want to pull the little nub on the end of the wire and pull it through. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done, and then I'll show you how to connect it onto the pedal. So right there, right where my light is showing, you can see where the wire comes out, and there's the two little nub things that connect onto the pedal. So it's it'll stick right through. It takes a little bit of wiggling, but it'll come through. So now all you have to do is take that white piece at the end, and you're gonna stick it through. You're gonna stick the wire through and push the white piece into where the pedal has a little U shape. All right, so I got it connected to the pedal right up there. You can see it's pulling, and it pulls that cable right through the firewall. This is exactly what we needed, and it's very, very smooth. So that's perfect. And we're going to go right back into the engine bay, and I'll show you guys how to connect it right back up to the throttle body. All right. So first we're going to get these... actually, first we're going to put this, and we're going to wire this all the way through the way we want it. I'm going to put mine to right here. And sometimes it's easier if you loosen this all the way up. So there's the most amount of slack in the line. And pull the throttle body open. And stick the new cable through, like so. You're just going to run it through this little channel that they provide, and you're going to have to readjust your throttle, the tightness. I just kind of remember vaguely where it was. but I'll do some more adjustments to that, and we're going to tighten that down soon. The next thing we're going to do is put these bolts through. Alright, so once you get these bolts hooked up to the firewall, you're going to take your 14mm wrench that you had before and tighten the wiring assembly onto the bracket that is connected to the intake manifolds. Alright, so I think that wraps this video up. If you ever need to adjust the idle afterwards, after you make sure everything's tight inside, you can work on these two nuts right here, and that'll control the idle. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. I'll make some more videos like this. Comment if you have any questions, and give it a thumbs up.